Hello, greetings, and welcome to my neighborhood. My name is At One, and my last name is With Nothing. And today I'm going to show you clips of my room. I may have to delete all of this for one reason or another, in which case you will never see this. And the only person who will is me. But if I carefully move my camera around, I think I can find stuff other than like corpses. So I will try to do this right and make it G-rated as usual. So here are some festive lights around my table, which I can only partly show you. I have 2 incense holders, which are for straight up incense, not hemp incense. And those are some incense sticks that have been spent collecting. This is a flashlight, which it has a history behind it, and this is a very, very special flashlight to me. I spent like more than $5 on it. You know what I mean? I usually get flashlights that are like, $3 or something, that are really small LED. Nothing against LED, but these flashlights I had been dealing with have been really small. Just about flashlights for a second. When I was homeless in Davis, California, I thought I knew where I was, but like, it wasn't the Davis that I remembered from 2003. I was also in Davis and homeless. And if I were to ever be homeless again, it would probably be Davis. I've been homeless in maybe a dozen cities, meaning one night spent there at least. Probably about a dozen of those. And then if you stayed more than a week in that city, then it probably dwindled down to like 4 as homeless. And I'm not the fucking homeless master, but I know enough to never want to be there again. But I also know that if I am there again, I can't survive it, because I already have survived it. I would do so much different if I were homeless again, like for the 3rd time. I would be armed at all times. I would be a completely, utterly skeptical of everything anyone says. I'd have to assume that even if you're best friends, homies who stab each other or whatever for each other, they could turn on you in a second, in a heartbeat, just for no reason, for $5. They'll just turn on you and go, see you later, and have the rock that you were supposed to have both. They stole the money and he's getting both or whatever. And that happens all the time. And one of these drugs out there, just, I don't know what else it does. It mellows you out. It's called a CNS, the Central Nervous System, CNS depressant, meaning that it reduces the central nervous system's traffic. So the main side effect of that is the lungs start, I was gonna say beating, the heart beats, right? Lungs aspirate. I don't know if that's the right word. And desperate and aspirate, and I don't know. But yeah, it just makes your lungs stop working right. So you basically suffocate because you had too much morphine or opioids basically. And there's another drug which is, I don't know which drug is more popular, but one of them is much cheaper, I believe. I don't know how expensive one of them is, but no one ever bought me anything in my life. I've never, the drugs that I bought, I've been pot only, and I don't even do that now. So, by which I mean pay for it. So, I can show you in my room, I guess. So that's Galvatron, and he's got the Autobot Matrix. And in the background, there's this tower of skulls. And that actually, the actor who played that role was Leonard Nimoy. Believe it or not, that was Leonard Nimoy. And right now, he just murdered the leader of the Autobots, which is the good guys, and he catches to to the ultimate Autobot relic. You know, he catches it, and that's his reaction, is like a smile. It's like, I've completely destroyed the burial grounds of my enemies. Yay! You know, it's kind of like that. Over here, I got some shit on monthly appliance energy costs, and we're gonna talk about that, I guess. You know, because the person who owns this wants to raise the rates based on like my presence here electronically, and you know, I don't know who's spending what on what. You know, to be honest, I'm not aware of like who. But you can't just arbitrarily raise something. You know, I mean, you can. It's just that then they'll be motivated to leave. You know, but that's outside. So that's my view. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good view, I think. And yeah, so we got trees. Got trees for days, and the shades are not even all the way open. I don't know what that wagon's doing in the back. Is that a person? No, it's not. Sorry. What is that? Oh, that's the reflection on the glass. Okay, no big deal. But that's just me, isn't it? No, what is that? A handprint. Now it looks like a handprint. Yeah, it's a print. And this is red. I could zoom from here, huh? Let's zoom in from here. There's the red thing. Let's wait for it to focus. Maybe I'll touch it and see if it... No, it's a little bit too close. Let's see. Anyway, I can see what that red is a bug. So I put my hand on the window because it was a bug. So that's the autopsy on this window is I hit a bug. I mean, the autopsy on the bug's life is I hit the window. Just kidding. I don't hit windows. Here's some relics that I wanted to show you. I do have some things that are important to me, you know. I would rather have one of these items I'd rather have than my car. Well, no, not my car, but my laptop, maybe. But these are things I will never ever be able to buy again or find again. One of them is such. The other four, you can rebuy, but the fifth one you never can rebuy or find unless I start making them. So it's this rock here. Let's see, just put it in a light. So just move them back here to get the lighting right. Now, I don't know if you can make it out, but it says you matter, and then on that is a heart, and there's several you know, embedded hearts in white dots, and it's all black besides that. I wonder how they did that with the dots. You know, how do you put white on black like that on a rock and you know, get rid of it? And it's kind of interesting with this rock because I brought it with me to court once, and if I brought this in, there's more. Please post and Piggy Rock. I don't know. Is this like a internet thing where you can all track where you found your rock? Um, but yeah, I brought one of these in the courtroom once, just once. I didn't do it again because I wasn't stupid enough. Um, this rock was actually one of like 6 rocks that I brought in, and I discovered that rocks, simple rocks, can get through courthouse metal detectors. And man, fuck, man, you could take over a plane with some rocks. I mean, you could take over the fucking White House with rocks. If you know, you would die in the process, but you could get in. I think if you know what you're doing, and man. So now this rock has to go to someone else. I was gonna give it to Sean actually, um, and I still might. Sean's the next in line. Let's say he doesn't want it, but this rock collects the soul of its owner, and then when it moves on, that the whole history is in that rock, and you can use it. That's the Autobot Matrix. That's how it works. Is there's the built by the first one, and then he put it into his successor when he was about to die. So then that successor then put it in his successor, and when he was about to die, and it just collected, and all the Autobot wisdom of the leaders, only leaders, but it's if all the leaders of the Autobots, as long as they can retrieve the Matrix. But this is the object that I was telling you about. It's not the camera shaking, by the way. I'm shaking. Um, and no, I'm not on drugs. Just so you know that I'm not on drugs. I've been since May 12th of 19. Anyway, it could have come a month or two earlier, man. I was 2018 was pretty brutal. I was homeless in 2018, but not subsequently. So I mean that's good. Yeah, I mean that's a big improvement. Um, let's see. Now I'm looking for other. Oh, here's my coffee station. Hopefully there's no incriminating objects on my coffee station. Oop, there's some water. Ooh, coffee. This is literally a $15 coffee maker, and I think with one punch I could destroy this coffee maker. It is so fragile. Like when you try to close it, it looks like it's gonna break off. And I couldn't diss this thing more, but it has been my source of caffeine, for a few weeks, and I appreciate it. And I'm using sugar in the raw this time just because I can, and I'm doing a little bit better off than I was last year. Well, mainly 2 years ago, because my SSI 2 years ago was under $700. So I was on the streets, and every first of the month I would get $700. Well, under 700. And what was I going to do with that? I didn't buy drugs, by the way. I've never, well, I can't say never, but I didn't buy drugs when I was homeless in 2018. I used for the first time, but I didn't buy it. Not that that matters, but I think a true addict will start buying theirs, and I was willing to start buying one of them, but I never did buy any of them. To be honest with you, one of them was even laced one time with several different drugs, so I definitely didn't pay for it. But in the end, I did pay for it, and I'm still paying for it. Every day for the rest of my life, I'll be paying for it. I probably took 5 years off my life just in that year, and I didn't sleep. A bed like this right here. I mean, I would have fucking killed for this bed. 15 years ago, and look who has it now. Me. And it's not because I'm lazy. If I was lazy, do you think I could get here? How many miles have I walked? Too many. I remember walking 20 miles in one day in the Bay Area, and that's with bad feet. And so it was like, you can call me lazy. You can call me Susan if you want, but I'm not lazy. Just because I choose to not do much, that makes me lazy. Like, I'm always working. I'm working on something, and you know, there's really no value in strength, and there's no value in intelligence because you can't take it with you when you die. What can you take with you when you die? Huh? There's an answer. You know what it is? Something you can take with you when you die. Sort of. I mean, I don't know if it's kind of debatable. I was going to say your legacy, but in terms of the total sum of everything you've ever done, that kind of goes with you, although it's not really in front of you or behind you or up above you, below you, side of you, either side of you, all eight sides of you. Um, yeah, so this is my room. Oh, that's my brother. So I wonder what the fuck are you talking about? No, it's actually called brother. See? Brother. Look, it's a big brother. Um, that's bad. Big brother's in my room. Um, so that is a printer. This is a scanner, and what sucks is that flashlight. Yeah, see this table. I can't show you the table right now. It's not in a good condition. Not in a YouTube compliant tabletop right now. Oops. But I was gonna show you. What are these things right here? Let's try this on. This is a fan mail. That's the prescription. Let's see. Where's my camera at? Okay. Alright, here's the camera. Alright. Okay, finally. That was hard to find among everything else. What is that? Isn't that weird? I just scared that. Yeah, looking at close. Let's see if we can zoom in from like far away. Wait, want to focus. Let it go into focus, and then push further. Let's try that. Okay, we got focus. Move up. It's got focus. Moving up. It's not going to get it here. So let's go back and push forward, like forward. Yeah. I don't know if it is. It's kind of weird, huh? I mean, it looks three-dimensional. I mean, probably because it is three-dimensional, and I put it there. Just kidding. I didn't put it there. I really don't even really know what that is. This is a packing slip because I returned a indoor propane heater, and that was fun for a second, and then it stopped igniting, so I returned it. Whoa, this is here. Whoa, okay. I have to read this now. By the way, my kindness is not weakness. I don't have to be kind ever. But I am. I always am now. I'm Gerda Creed. I'm come to you with only karate, my empty hands. So, by the way, the karate in Japan means empty hand. That's all. It just means empty hand. And what that simply means is a system not based on using a weapon. Kung Fu. Well, I mean, there are weapons in karate. They're just like based on a wood or a hoe or you know, I don't know what, a spear, things like that. And Kung Fu is just different. Came from a different region in the world. China, I believe, and karate was Okinawa, Japan. Other places in Japan probably because China took away the ability to have a samurai sword. I am a law-abiding citizen. I failed that one a lot. I mean, I don't. That's not true, actually. I don't fail it a lot, but it's like because if I did, I wouldn't be a free man. I mean, I'm not smart enough to evade every cop on the planet. Um, but I have a code. I mean, it's a developing code. It's kind of evolving. One thing that's built into the code is that it does evolve. It must evolve sometimes. And I think I mean, I'd have to ask Toki Madness, but I think he meant Bushido, not like the laws of the Constitution of the United States or the laws of England. When he says law-abiding, he was referring to Bushido, I think. Because I've met the person who wrote this, and so he would know. I should ask him. At no time shall I ever use the techniques taught to me in a manner that will inflict personal injury. That's a big one. This is the one that keeps me out of trouble. At no time shall I ever. See, it's unequivocal. No time, ever, will I ever use the techniques taught to me in a manner that will inflict personal injury. I have defended myself basically, and I shoved someone out of my car and then left. I had an insane fight. Because that would have been completely against his creed, which I've taken. I've taken his creed a couple of times now. So, okay. Nor will I bodily harm anyone except in cases of emergency. I remember being in Missoula, Montana once outside of a bar, and there was this guy who was an MMA fighter, right? So he's a professional fighter, and we started talking about fighting, and he was talking about his successes, and I was listening and listening and listening, smiling, kind of asking a question or two here and there, but like, then like he like called his phone, or sorry, used his phone to call like, yeah, I want to have this boy taken out. Not me, not me, but someone else at a bar. And the thing is, since the guy is an MMA fighter, there's a no fighting or like no criminality at all, probably clause, in his contract. So, he probably knows that he can kick anyone's ass, but he can't, because if he does, he will lose his job. And he said, "Do you want to do?" I said, "Dad, I know some striking, but not much jujitsu." And he said, "I could show you some jujitsu in the alley if you want." And the look I gave him, and then just like my response, he actually stood up and left. I don't know what that means, but I was like, no. I just said no. Needs whereby my honor, my life, country, or the lives and physical safety of others may depend upon knowledge and application of these techniques. That's about it. What's on page 2? No, just kidding. Thank you for watching my 25-minute video.